start with the back row first. Can I get a volunteer from the back row to give me the first step here, please? The back row. Chris, it's on you. Sorry, go ahead.
So it's going to be 30x.
Yes.
Subtract 20.
Yeah.
Subtract 32x.
Yeah.
Subtract 8.
Yeah.
Equals 3x. Subtract 27.
Very good. Okay, now let's just make sure, okay, Chris, one sec. Let's just make sure we're all good with that. The only thing you have to remember is this -8 is connected to both of these, right? So -8 times 4 is -32x. -8 times 1 is -8. The negative hits them both. Okay, can I get a volunteer from the middle row? All right, Chris, you're up first. Now, the only rule we're going to put in here, though, is when you raise your hand, you can't do 2 turns in a row for your row. Does that make sense? Right? So, like, if you go now, Chris, that's fine. We need someone else to take the next one for your row. Chris, continue. Go ahead.
Well, we have to put the like terms together.
Yeah.
So x is on the left side.
Okay.
30x
Yeah.
minus 32x.
Yeah.
Minus 3x.
Good.
And then equals -27.
Yeah.
Plus 20.
Yeah.
Plus 8.
Very good. Now let's just look at what he did. He left all the x's on the left. The positive 3x on the right became -3x on the left. That he started with -27 on the right. The -20 became positive. The -8 came to positive. All right, volunteer from the front row, please. From the front row, please. You're not in the front row. Go ahead.
You want to like add all the x's together and then like add all the others together.
Good. Go ahead.
Like
So you get.
30x minus 32x and then
Yeah. So what is that?
-5.
Good. And that equals.
1.
Good. Back row. What's the last step? Yeah. Go ahead.
Divide by 5.
Yeah. No, you said divide by 5.
Yeah.
You divide by -5. Right? So x should be -1. Now, please, for tomorrow, I will remind you of this on the test tomorrow. Okay, but I will leave your answers in fractional form. If you tell me that's -0.2, you will lose half a mark. Okay, so leave it as a fraction, please. Yes.
Okay, say if the answer is like 1,
Yes.
do you still have to leave it as a
No,
fraction?
just leave it as 1. Somebody was asking me this.
So if it's in decimal, this is fraction.
Yes. Somebody was asking about this. They said they had an answer like this. -9 over -9. What does that turn into? Just
positive 1.
Just play it on 1, right? So, like, divide it through and have it work out. The same thing. If you have an answer, it's like 4 over 2. Just call that 2, please. Okay, right? Like, that's, lowest terms or whatever you do like that. Okay? Good? Good start today? Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's move on to a little bit of fractions. So this is test review. I'm going to start with an easy fraction question, then we'll pick up the pace. 2/3 x plus 1 equals 8/9. I'm going to hit pause on this and give you a minute or 2 to try it, hopefully. Chris, you're out. Somebody else. In the row, please. What's the first step here? Go ahead. Good. What's the LCD going to be? Good. So we're multiply everything by 9. Okay, now, this is the thing here. Why are we doing this? Because this is what I want to make sure that people get confused with what we're doing here. Sorry, why are we doing that?
So we can get rid of fractions.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do in the first place, right? Like, not that I like fractions, but they're difficult to work with for algebra. All right? Can I get a volunteer from the front row, please? Can they multiply everything by 9? Teresa, you're ready. You the last one. Somebody else. Yes, multiply everything by 9. Go.
Everything?
Yeah, go ahead.
18.
Yeah. Good. 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 Now this is the nice thing, okay? Even though that 1 isn't a fraction, you don't need to do anything with it, right? Like, you know how normally when you're adding fractions, you have to change like 1 over 1 and do all sorts of weird stuff? Using this method, you don't have to do anything messy like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Why do you have to do the 9?
Sorry?
Why do you have to multiply the 1 by 9?
Because you're multiplying everything, right? Every single term here gets multiplied by 9. Every single thing with it, okay? Yes.
Is it incorrect to put the 1 to a fraction?
No, you can call it 1/1 if you want to.
But then-
It's just, because remember the part of this question, we're looking to get rid of the fractions, right? That's what we're trying to do, so you don't need it though. Yeah.
You divide the numbers to make like a whole number. If I
Yeah.
make a whole number, what do you do with
The 9 just stays, like the 9's already a whole number, right? So we don't need to do anything. Oh, you can I get a I see a lot of racing in the back row. Can I get a volunteer in the back row? So do some dividing for me, please. Yeah, Cody, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how this is relatively nice now. This is feeling good. Can I get a middle row volunteer? Okay, go ahead.
6x equals 8.
6x equals 8 minus 9. 8 minus 9 is -1. Someone from the front, it's brave. Go ahead.
You have to divide it by 6.
Yes, you do. And that should help be -1/6. Okay? Okay, questions and fears about that one? I know it's weird because the ones there, you haven't seen that before, right? But imagine if that was like 2/3 plus 1/4 equals 8/9. You'd multiply everything there, right? Like you do this, so it's the same thing without that. How we doing, Frankie? Yeah, good.
Why did you times 1 by
Because everything, to make an equivalent, okay. We're doing the opposite of, like, think when you bring something to lowest terms, like you're dividing everything, we're just doing the opposite of that, right? So you're multiplying everything just for balance, that's all we're doing, okay? We want to get rid of the fractions. If we multiply all these by 9, the fractions are going to get wiped out. But to make it equivalent, we have to have, everything has to be multiplied. Okay, because then going the other way, if I divide all of these by 9, you'll end up with this equation, right? Like that's sort of, yeah.
Could we like just like realize that I make like do like 2/3 x plus 1
Yeah,
1
1,
and then
yeah.
if you times the top of it
Yeah,
by 9.
sure. And then if that's easier for yourself to do, that's fine. Okay. All right, let's do one more fraction one, okay? Now where did I stop at? Front row stop, so back row begins with this one. Letter B is -2/3 x minus 1/4 equals 1/2 x plus 1/3. Okay, if you can handle this, you're a master of fractions. There's not much I can do worse than that. I shouldn't say that except for example 3, okay, but we'll get to that.